I wish you a fine day this Monday afternoon right here from Toledo, Ohio. It's currently 12:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is just me bringing you a simple take. As you know now, we have finally gone past the NJPW Together Special. What a welcome return and reminder to everything beautiful that New Japan Pro Wrestling brings in hyping up a tremendous tournament, incredible singles matches, all for these classic tag team rivalry showcases. With that, why don't we get right into it? First off, incredible welcome in, of course, by our Japanese commentary team of Juice Front of Liger, Milano Connection, and apologies, I'm eluding the other guy's name. The way they set up so sadistic with Juice Front of Liger in the monitor in the middle, why he was still over on the far side, left of Milano, and they had the other two separate, I thought was brilliant. Also talking about the way they were going to keep the area clean and the way they handled how to handle the area between matches. And then the welcome with everybody coming out that really supports us, the fans, and do this for us, the fans. Also on screen as well in the New Japan shirts. Club Not Limited to Kota Ibushi, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Nagata, Kojima, Makabe, the Young Lions, and so many more incredible talents. And then we got right into the show and learned our match card. And we learned about we're going to have a opening Young Lions showcase, as we usually get per custom in New Japan Pro Wrestling events, as well as tons of classic tag team showcases, some 2-on-2, some 4-on-4. Actually, I think the rest were 4-on-4. No, they weren't. And then there were some that are 3-on-3. Let's go ahead and get right into it and discuss this, shall we? Because as you know, this was all the hype of the return of New Japan Pro Wrestling, reminding us why we are always staying together as a company. The line is back, growing as strong as ever, as well as hyping up matches for the New Japan Cup. That will occur, of course, tomorrow. Let's get right into this card. The opening match was two young promising lions in Yota Tsuji and Gabriel Kidd. We all are constantly reminded of how hungry, how driven these young lions are to really prove something and be that next star to be, like Jay White and Juice Robinson and so many others of the past in New Japan Pro Wrestling. This was a downright aggressive back and forth match, both men testing each other's will mentality, showcasing speed, showcasing classic young lion practices, including but not limited to suplexes and attempted half crab and full crabs. There was a half crab sit down by Gabriel Kidd that I thought was a really good turning point in this match. However, a big back body drop turned favors into Yota Tsuji. Roll through after a bridge, similar to European style clutch pin that Zack Sabre Jr. uses. However, they were at one point just wearing into each other, and you could hear the impact of all these shots again because it was empty arena. But it's incredible how the Japanese commentary can make an empty arena feel so full with just their energy from commentary. That's why, folks, I highly recommend, if you still are iffy about watching an empty arena show, even though this is the best pro wrestling on the planet, in my opinion, listen to the Japanese commentary, feel the passion, feel the excitement, don't think about language barrier, for we're all connected by a drive in professional wrestling. In the end, though, Spear and then full crab, and Yota Tsuji, he does win and garners some momentum as he heads into New Japan Cup and his opening match, which, of course, will be against Makabe, and he also warns Makabe too. This young lion really likes to get into Makabe's face, but I wonder if he's biting off more than he can chew. I guess time will tell shortly, as of course he will be involved in some of our opening matches over the next couple of days. In fact, I think his opening match is tomorrow. Good luck, kid. I don't mean Gabriel. I also Gabriel Kidd. Good luck in your match too. Following this, we had a 2-on-2 tag team showcase between Chaos member Tomohiro Ishii and other young lion Yuya Uemura versus Suzuki-gun's El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. Of course, hyping up the matches of Yoshinobu Kanemaru versus Yuya Uemura, as well as Tomohiro Ishii versus El Desperado. Right out of the gate, before the match gets in, we have our classic Suzuki-gun tactics. And again, you guys should know by now, I am pro Suzuki-gun. Kasa ni nare. Anyway, this match though, hot start, Yuya Uemura, he was basically the sacrifice lamb here in the beginning. Got attacked before the bell even rang, to where Ishii was controlled on the outside. Was basically a 2-on-1 assault. Yuta though got some good offense in for moments, some stiff chops, double drop kick, not enough. Hard Irish whip though by Kanemaru, took that young lion out. Next thing you know, we're brawling between Tomohiro Ishii and El Desperado. There was a great brainbuster though by Uemura, and again, he was refusing to let up because there were some short stints actually of Tomoyashi and Desperado. I'm surprised there wasn't more between those two during this match. And at one point, a ridiculous right as El Desperado challenged Tomohiro Ishii. Bad idea. He got dropped. Next thing you know, we get a bridge counter into a spear by the Young Lion. There was a stretch muffler, and in the end, Yuya Uemura taps out to El Desperado. So interesting how we don't get like an idea of a result of an actual match for tomorrow, but we do get the idea that El Desperado, he's out to prove a point after coming back from injury back at King of Pro Wrestling. And again, as Tomoyashi looked on, he just stretched the legs, wondered like, okay, I see what you bring. You better bring it against me because I don't plan on losing. And Tomoyashi, he's out to prove a point because again, the New Japan Cup is where really, NG1, Tomoyashi was taken as a serious threat, heavyweight threat in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And I'm really looking forward to his match with El Desperado. With that being said, though, on the other side of the coin, you have Yoshinobu Kanemaru taking on this young lion, who I think wants to be in, if nothing else, to take on, and I think has a death wish, Minoru Suzuki. Can this be the actual first upset in the New Japan Cup? Can Yuya Uemura pull it off against a guy with over 20 years experience? I don't know. And I will give credit where credit's due. When he had, Desperado locked in that submission, Yuya Uemura just casually walked in and kicked his face off. Young Lion showed great tenacity holding that submission. Again, great promise, but can this be an upset? One point during the New Japan Cup, one of these young lions pulling off a win here, or more so, a junior heavyweight being a heavyweight in this open weight New Japan Cup? Only time will tell. Following that, we go to a Chaos versus Bullet Club showcase, 4-on-4. It is Hiroki Goto, Toa Yano, Tomoaki Honma, and Yoshihashi versus Tokyo Pimp, Yujiro Takahashi, apologize I screwed up that name, the duo of Jado and Gato, and yes, he had that damn candlestick, and the Bone Soldier, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champion, Tashi Shimori. This was an interesting match to me because I really feel like Bullet Club, they kind of were the underdogs here because they didn't have like their heavies, including but not limited to G.O.D., Chase Owens, Jay White, and of course Battle Folly. Salute the man, Kevin. But in the end here, there was some subtle back and forth. We had Goto and Yujiro, which, if you remember back at Wrestle Kingdom, that was literally the end result of this previous faction on faction tag team match under similar setups. And they went out with each other for a little while. Then next thing you know, Yujiro, he gets out because it looked like Goto was immediately going for his finisher, which, as you know, is either GT or GTW. And we get Goto and Jado. Jado, of course, having that kendo stick. He was not messing around. And as the match progressed, we then get the very vocal and hilarious and unpredictable Toa Yano. And this soon become a battle of Toa Yano with a turnbuckle pad going after immediately. Sorry, folks, I don't have a name for it. In 4 seconds. And literally, the ref, Marty Asami, he was like, what are we going to do here? Y'all need to figure out something. It's both are arguing. One with a candlestick, one with a turnbuckle pad. Eventually, he's like, I had enough of this. You need to figure out something, or I'm going to count you both out. Ref count finally causes Toa Yano to get rid of the turnbuckle, only to try and get hit with the candlestick by Jado. He misses. And anyway, as the match progressed, it really broke down. Eventually, it gained the Bullet Club's favor, but Tomoaki Honma, he gets a hot tag, goes for a Kokeshi, misses the first time, gets the fob on Yujiro to Yujiro's really handicapped 1-on-4. Again, Yujiro, I thought he was going to be the guy to eat the fall here. And then, again, the wild unorthodox style Tomoaki Honma, he goes for a diving Kokeshi and misses and face plants in the ring. Ouch. Following this, we have, of course, a little bit more offense, and then doing that damn kendo stick, cheap shot, Bullet Club tactics, got Jado from behind with the kendo stick to Tomoaki Honma, and surprisingly to me, of all people to get the win here, knowing he has the greatest odds of pretty much being the first one out in the freaking New Japan Cup. The Tokyo Pimp Yujiro gets the win for his team, pinning freaking Tomoaki Honma. And I was bloody shocked. Ladies and gentlemen, could the possible biggest upset in the opening rounds be Yujiro Takahashi literally beating Hiroki Goto? Despite the fact the odds of the previous history, how it's been heavily in favor of Goto. But Goto's had some mixed fortunes this year. Of course, dropping the Neverweight title to Shingo Takagi. And I was bloody shocked by this. I gotta be honest with you. And I mean, yeah, I get it. It was Tamaki Homa, but I mean, you would think Yoshihashi would have been the one to eat the fall here. And Yoshihashi, he just got some good offense in here. And again, Yoshihashi's one of those that I really want to see really achieve New Japan Pro Wrestling because he has yet to win any sort of gold since being part of the company. But the fact that Yojiro got this, though, now I'm actually much more invested and interested in his match with Hiroki Goto. I feel like there's really going to be a strong effort here, something that might surprise me. And now I wonder, could this really be the year you get that opening upset? There's got to be some sort of opening upsets to come, people. Come on, just saying. But Yujiro and Goto, man, Yujiro with this win here, I'm sure he's going to be going in very confident to that match, though. So good on him and good on Bullet Club. Tough break for Chaos. Following this, we get a vignette, basically. You remember how Moxley was kind of introduced, and, you know, Juice Robinson was commentary during Best Super Juniors, and we thought it was like some British dude, or at least I was, and we had no idea who it was. Maybe you all could put this together for me, as we're getting somebody who is way to the Grandmaster coming soon to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, I've done a brief bit of research, talked to some friends I know on Twitter. Hi, Sandy. And some people have given me some tidbits of who it might be. They're thinking it might be Mike Bailey, it might be Keio, and apparently it might be someone who's a master of Jayukin style. I'm really not sure, though, who this could be. So I'm going to have to do more research on this. But clearly, this is going to be somebody who's going to be more of a martial arts type background when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it's gonna have maybe a way of a samurai to him. I think completely opposite of Dukai, which we'll talk more about later. But I'm curious what you all might think this might be, because again, there's no spoiler. We have no idea who, but some people might have an idea, because some people might watch different promotions versus what I watch. I'm familiar with a little bit of Pro Wrestling Noah. I watch DDT, Joshi Pro, Kato Pro, but actually those are more women-based. Stardom, and All Japan Pro Wrestling, but I really don't know who this could be, and the result could be surprising. And then I also wonder, based on after this match, the last person to make a debut besides Moxley, it was someone, obviously I knew, Evelyn Taswell, who joined Bullet Club. Is this another person for Bullet Club, or is this another person for Chaos? It's just really intriguing to me. And I feel like right now it's going to be a person for one of those two factions, despite LIJ's strength. So I'm curious what you all are thinking as much as I am. So please let me know, and I'll keep y'all posted as I get more information. Going on from there, we learned something very interesting now about how this company is truly taking every precaution possible to keep us going with the return of New Japan Pro Wrestling. We had a disinfectant cleaning break, where at first it talked about basically Japanese commentary discussing the rest of the match card, and then just literally went into a break with some infomercials, literally telling us what they were doing. But we got some tidbits. Basically, they were literally spraying. You had people in full like hazmat type suits. They were literally cleaning the ropes, rope by rope, literally across the ring. We have some in the turnbuckle pad, of course, too. But I find this very interesting, and I wonder if this will be something going forward, like at a halfway point during all specials or shows. It's kind of a good idea, in my opinion, not only for safety, but now finally, because you know me, I watch NJPW from top to bottom and I don't take breaks, but sometimes I do need to go to the restroom. I want to get a drink. I need to stretch my legs. I need to rest my breath. I need to freaking stop typing or thoughts in my head and, you know, planning stuff out, such as this. I think this is a very smart strategy, and I hope they do this going forward. And I hope we keep seeing this happening going forward. But I thought it was a really cool thing. It gave me a moment to talk to my good friend Cindy. Shout out to Cindy. Follow her at simply C_OK on Instagram, folks. And yeah, so now we know truly what precautions they are taking to really endorse the idea of creating a safe, clean, social distance environment for all New Japan Pro Wrestling. With that being said, when we came back, the action immediately kicked off with Bell's introduction. I believe it was 10 bells. And we get our next match. It is an interesting combination of Tenkozy and the Coach Taguchi versus LIJ's Evo, Sanada, and Bushi. 2/3 of the number weight six-man tag team champions. And of course, at the forefront of this, I feel like it's Sanada and Taguchi, which is the most interesting pair I'm looking forward to in the opening rounds. But to be fair, all 6 of these men are involved in the New Japan Cup. The match was interesting, as we got a tease of the match I'm looking forward to the most out of these 6. Taguchi and Sanada, they were kind of like really trying to figure out each other from a move-based standpoint and a control standpoint. At one point, Taguchi getting the better of Sanada, who, as you all know, is quiet but very emotionally driven. He gets the best of a Sanada on a move, and it looks like he was trying to get him for a roll-up, but Sanada, of course, tries to go for Paradise Lock. Didn't happen. As the match progressed, we then got Tenzin into the ring, and really Sanada, he was in a 2-on-1 assault as Tenzin and Kojima coming off fresh again from the Manabu Nakanishi retirement specials, and their strong wins as a tag team there. But also Tenkozy is a strong tag team too. They got the better of Sonata for a while, but then LIJ, they really took over. 3-on-1 assaults. Eventually, Tenzin, he was the guy that was really eating the blunt of the assault here. But I will say this, Satoshi Kojima, it looks like he really has been working out and taking care of his body. I feel like he really is motivated to try and go far in this New Japan Cup, especially considering who he's facing. Got a little bit of got a little bit of a tag team offense here, and then next thing you know, Evil and Kojima, they tease their New Japan Cup match. And basically, Evil and Kojima, they go at each other. We get, of course, Satoshi Kojima special commentary on fire during Kojima's rapid fire chops in the corner. Good grief, he could probably stop my heart if he did that. And then he tries to go for his big elbow drop, and he nails it. But following this, there was some more tag team out, and we get an ankle lock, actually. Something you don't really see a lot of, especially from these competitors. And it was for Taguchi, because Taguchi, he came in like hellfire, using his funky weapon and funky style. And I'm not doing the stance, folks. Forget that. Or the Tagu dance. Maybe I'll do the Tagu dance if my actual bracket's right 100%. I'll promise you that. Anyway, Taguchi, though, in the end, as this match progressed, and it seemed like that even Sonata were getting the better of the veteran trio here. Taguchi got the win over Bushi, who had no choice but to tap out as his leg was literally bent like this. Your leg's not supposed to bend that way. Doken, I believe it's called. And Taguchi with a bit of revenge against Bushi. If you all don't remember, Bushi was the one who sprayed Taguchi in the face, not once, but twice with the poison mist, and not only caused Taguchi, Toriyano, and Makabe to lose the number-weight six-man tag titles of Wrestle Kingdom, but also lose in their follow-up Robert Ego, excuse me, botch. Also lose in their follow-up, rematch. So I feel like now we're definitely teasing some things to come. Taguchi might not be one to sleep on. Sonata really needs to figure out who he's in the ring with come opening day. And possibly Taguchi might have a say in getting another opportunity at the never openweight six-man belts. We'll have to wait and see. But a good win for Tenzin, Kojima, and Taguchi as Kojima put his nose thing on the camera. But that was weird. And I think all three of those men are very driven. Abel and Sonata, I feel like they have a lot to prove here, as well as Bushi. But I feel more pressure than anybody else in this match is on Sonata, considering what he really has gone for this year has not been in his favor. And he had such a hot run going out of last year, it looked like, rivaling Okada. It kind of like fell flat for him since, losing to Zack Sabre Jr. and Jay White. So I really hope Sonata goes far in this. And like I said, if y'all didn't look at my bracketology, there'll be a link at the end of the video. And also we'll have my bracket at the end of the video too. I believe Sonata is the rightful person to win the New Japan Cup, and he's my overall pick to win. Am I right? Only time will tell. With that being said, let's move on into our next match, which was 4-on-4. And boy, there's a lot to think about with these 8 men here. The ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Blue Justice, Yuji Nagata, the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi, and Iron Gorilla, I'm calling him, Togi Makabe versus my faction, Tasa Ninare, the boys in Suzuki-gun, as we have the King Minoru Suzuki, the Holy Emperor, and Black Sheep some calm, Taiji, the Submission Master, and Zack Sabre Jr., and Dukai. Okay, I get it. Dukai's in the match. He's the only one not involved in New Japan Cup. The result did kind of seem like he was the guy to eat the fall. And it did happen. But this was a very violent, aggressive, psychological match, to say the least, when you consider the pairings. We start off immediately with Blue Justice and Norizuki. I was already hyped in this match from the get-go. And then it changed from an aggressive type control style, considering the fact Norizuki was trying to gut-style power drive Yuji Nagata immediately. We go into Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi, and those two, they just fruit kicks, try to garner control, and trash talk the hell out of each other. And then it all breaks down, where Suzuki-gun tries to control everybody outside of the ring, and we literally hear at one point Zack Sabre Jr. yell, "I'm back, baby!" Yep, that dickhead style and that aggressive style where he just loves to pretzel his opponent as he tried doing with the guardrail. Yep, he's back. Next thing you know, as we try and establish some control here, shout out to Red Shoes Umino, who was in control of this match, by the way. Good to see Red Shoes back. My favorite ref in the business, bar none. The King, Minoru Suzuki and Kota Ibushi, They're going at against each other, and Kota Ibushi is basically in Suzuki-gun territory. Bad idea. Had no choice, though, as Suzuki-gun was controlling a good portion of this match. It wasn't until Kota Ibushi pulls off a beautiful double Pele that he finally gets a tag into his, might I add, IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship cohort, the ace of New Japan, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And next thing you know, Tanahashi, he takes full control, but Taiji comes in too, and Taiji comes in hard and swift with some stiff kicks. I feel like between Kota and Taiji, you got the top two kickers in the world, but Taiji's probably the most aggressive kicker in all New Japan Pro Wrestling. At one point, he literally took the head off the ace in the corner, but the ace, he bounces back with a sick-looking dragon screw. I feel like the ace is very lucky that Taiji didn't pull off the freaking Sayuda suplex. But I also feel like Taiji was saving his energy here because, folks, the pants did not come off. And keep in mind, we got Taiji versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kota Ibushi, and freaking Minoru Suzuki versus Blue Justice in the opening rounds of the New Japan Cup. And Makabe, of course, will be facing off against that young lion who had some fierce words with him earlier, to say to him earlier, just not face to face. Anyway, as the match progressed, it became down to Makabe and Dukai, and Makabe controlling Dukai in the corner, just bashing his head in. Chaos ensued on the outside of the ring. Ref distraction aside, Dukai tries to take him out with that crooked steel pipe, misses the shot, and Makabe, he gets the win for his team with that top rope diving knee strike to the heart. 1, 2, 3. But what's interesting is you look at afterwards, you still have Blue Justice, Minoru Suzuki, they're still brawling with each other. You have Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi, they're trash-talking each other, saying, that's all you got, mate? And literally, at one point, the Young Lions couldn't stop the brawling from happening, and they're brawling with each other. Minoru Suzuki, he tries to destroy Young Lion with a chair while laughing maniacally. Dude's insane, I love it. But you have Taiji and Hiroshi Tanahashi more so in an exchange of words. And I can only imagine what sort of words the ace was saying with Taiji, as again, these two are due to face each other. Does the ace respect Taiji for what he can bring to the ring? Is he saying that you don't need all these shenanigans? Is Taiji saying, you don't know me and I'm going to beat you? How serious does Taiji want to win this thing? Is this once again the Ace's year to take the New Japan Cup, or at least most of it? Or could this be the first upset in the opening rounds too? Can Taiji overcome the Ace? There's a lot of things to think about. As again, this special really drove the idea of there is possibly an idea of upsets in the opening round. Anybody could win this. Anyone might surprise you. But I digress. Great match, and honestly, probably my favorite match of the night. Because again, Suzuki Kazanina, right? With that being said, we go back now into our main events, 3-on-3. As you have Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, and Roppongi 3K, Sho and Yo, who are currently IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, facing off against Rampage Dragon, Shingo Takagi, current number overweight and 1/3 of the number weight 6-man tag team champions, the double champ Tetsuya Naito, Intercontinental and Heavyweight Champion, and of course the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion Hiromu Takahashi. Look at all the belt, look at all the gold in this match and on this team, folks. My God. Anyway, as the match kicked off, we literally got a tease of freaking Wrestle Kingdom again, as Shingo and Okada, they trade, and of course Okada with his typical moves, he gets his opponent up in the ropes, thinks he's going to hit him, and then he just does this. But of course, as the men jockey for position, Irish whips and arm drags, what does Naito do? Tranquilo. And next thing you know, we get a tag in now to another match to figure out for the opening rounds, Sho and Shingo. Man, these two, I don't know what they're trying to do to each other, but I swear, Sho's just trying to take Shingo on. At this very beginning start of these two in the ring, literally they are jockeying for each other, shoulder block for shoulder block for shoulder block, trying to take one another down. And eventually, Sho takes down Shingo, which I find very interesting. However, this causes LIJ to take advantage, as Shingo, he got up and literally tried to knock Sho's head off with that explosive fury of the pop-up right and the clothesline. And then Hiromu, he comes in with his crazy style. You wonder how long Hiromu's been waiting to get back in the ring just to go have fun in wrestling, folks, as he calls it. His fun, which I think is reckless, and yeah, I love it. Hiromu's wailing in to Sho, and literally at one point, Sho, he's just getting decimated, only to get a spear in. Next thing you know, he gets tagged back into Okada, and Okada and Hiromu, they're going at it. Very interesting idea here, the heavyweight and the junior heavyweight, to think we might potentially get Hiromu Takahashi versus Kazuchika Okada, and that could be the deciding factor of the left side of the bracket in the New Japan Cup. Think about that, folks. And I feel like both of these men are your top two to think about to win this thing, too. Again, out of the top, like, 4 names, I can figure that could actually win this, in my opinion. Anyway, as the match goes on, Hiromu and Okada, they jog it for position. Hiromu, though, he gets a tag into Tetsuya Naito, and we're back to this game again. But then Yo comes in. By the way, cool LED mask by Yo, practicing social distancing and safety against the virus. Anyways, the match progressed. Yo and Naito, they're really laying into each other here. LIJ, though, they take over with their fast, furious style. And then Tetsuya Naito, who might be always tranquilo to you. I don't know if he's even truly happy, but apparently he's adding some new moves to his offense as he pulls up what I thought was a reverse blockbuster, but really it was a reverse Destino. He took his opponent from behind and dropped him face first. Ouch. And following this, another Destino, and Tetsuya Naito wins it for his team, pinning Yo. So here's something to think about. Yo, he's the guy that got pinned. Is he the one that could be the easiest guy to figure out that could be eliminated in this as he takes on Bushi in the opening round? And then you have Okada, who clearly still has the same motives, wants to go after the top title. I think he doesn't care about the Intercontinental title. He just wants his heavyweight title back. And then you have these 3 people in LIJ, all as champions. Shingo and Hiromu, they want to be the best. They want to go after Naito. This literally might be a storyline of just LIJ in the New Japan Cup. And of course, Sho and Shingo, they have exchange of words. But as I'll talk about in post commentary, shout out to Chris Charlton with the translation, I feel like Sho is being highly underestimated by Shingo Takagi. Again. As Nitro, of course, welcomes us back to New Japan Pro Wrestling and basically says this Together Special was about all of you. Gives us the LJ roll call. He's not really sweating anybody in the New Japan Cup. He'll be watching on. But he also has the idea of the fact that he might be facing somebody from within his own faction itself. And it really showed with the fist bump at the end where Hiromu, Shingo, and him, they all fist bump at the beginning. But at the end of the match where they all with their goal, you know, and sending us off happy at the end of this Together Special, Shingo leaves and does not do the fist bump. Hiromu looks like he's going to leave though first and comes back. And it's only Hiromu and Naito that do the fist bump with each other. So Shingo right now, it feels like evil back at the G1. He's out to prove something. He's out to be like, there are no friends here. It's about who is the best. Every man for himself. And I want to win this. Again, Shingo, again, moving from junior heavyweight to heavyweight. He seems more driven than anybody right now to truly want to win this. More so for himself versus like a pass. We all know Hiromu wants to win this because he really wants to face Naito one-on-one because Hiromu was brought in by Naito, trained by Naito. It's the match that he's been waiting for his whole life, and he wants it. And I feel like Naito wants it just as bad. Anyway, as I look at the post-commentary backstage interviews, the comments, translated by Chris Charlton, Shingo basically says, Sho, you don't look like you've changed. And feeling means nothing. You need results, man. You got till next week. Get ready and bring it. Again, I feel like Shingo's underestimating Sho. I feel like Sho just is not digging it deep enough. But Sho and Shingo could be a very surprising match and could be one of our biggest upsets possible. To think these guys start off in Best Super Juniors and Shingo won, what a full circle where in the opening round, New Japan Cup, Shingo is eliminated. Do I see that happening? Maybe. It's possible. I really think it's possible. But again, Shingo's like, the switch is on for the cup. I'm in no mood for fist bumps. I'm happy I could back him up in the ring. But this wrestling switch is on. First round from Ospreay to Sho. Then Sonata, Evil, and Hiromu, fun stuff. Sounds like Shingo's just ready to go for the entirety of LIJ in the New Japan Cup. And I feel he could very possibly do it. Simple as that. With that being said, though, Hiromu's comments were more so, you heard right? I'm winning the cup. The belts are mine. And he's just having fun. This is so much fun. Wrestling is fun. I remember now. This atmosphere is awesome. LIJ is awesome. Shingo's awesome. I want that feeling. Interesting stuff. 2 broke necks against each other. Let's freaking do it. I'm hyped for us to fight, to clash bodies. So he's definitely hyped for his opponent in the opening round. But he says he's going to win, though. He loved those chops and those throws that he felt during this match, too. And he also shared with those cohorts in Chaos. However, Naito, it just seems to be so tranquilo. Hiromu took so long, I've been waiting. You gotta look tough, and I have no time for lies. First match back, this hurts. This is tiring, though. Painful job, but I love it. My voice went on the mic, but I love it. I probably don't have a match tomorrow, so I'm going to get some popcorn, pop-cola, and watch on World. Shingo and Hiromu were hot, and I expect the same from Evil, Bushi, and Sonata. And then the show closes. So it looks like Naito, he really wants LIJ to push everybody, all themselves, to the limit. When it comes to LIJ, they are a unit, but they are out to prove who is the best in the unit, and Naito's carrying that moniker. He seems to be impressed with Shingo and Hiromu, definitely can feel the intensity with them, and they want this more than anything, but he feels that Evo, Sonata, and Bushi, they need to show him more. So I'm curious to see what LIJ might be after the New Japan Cup, depending on who wins, who loses, and how far people get, and possibly who might get eliminated in the opening rounds of the New Japan Cup. Big time pressure on all of LIJ, in my opinion. Show, you got a lot to prove. I feel like Show right now could be one of our biggest upsets in this. I still feel like Yujiro has a very slim chance against Hiroki Goto. And of course, Hiromu, he's hyped up for his fight with Tamaki Homa. Someone as wild as orthodox as him that will do a diving Kokeshi. And I suppose if it hits, he has a chance of winning. But I don't know. I feel like Hiromu is a very strong candidate to take this whole thing. The bottom line is this. NJPW is back. We're all in this together forever with NJPW. And they always would do what they can best by the fans. 110 days, it was worth the freaking wait because everybody put out everything out there tonight. Japanese commentating made me feel like a real organic atmosphere was there despite it being empty. And I think I'm just going to continue listening to a Japanese commentary just because of what I heard today on the special, because that was so much fun and energetic. So if you miss NJPW or you want to feel what it feels like again to really enjoy and be like a fan as loud as possible too in an atmosphere, watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, watch the Together Special, and get ready. If this is your first time ever, enjoy some of the best wrestling you'll see all year in the New Japan Cup starting tomorrow morning. With that being said, that's all I have to say about this Together Special that really, really hyped me up for the New Japan Cup and really welcomed me back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I could not be happier that this company is freaking back. Simple as that. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this simple take. I hope you all enjoyed New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you want to know more about me, know this. I'm just a simple man. And if you haven't figured out by now, I am a lifelong fan of wrestling. And Suzuki Gun. Casa Ninare. Follow me on Twitter. Talk to me about all things wrestling. NoDQ.com/Noah. Give you a nice hello. Talk to you about wrestling also on Instagram and Foster1916. Follow the simple YouTube channel here at youtube.com/user/Noah Foster210. And you'll find nothing but wrestling here. All sorts of things, wrestling reviews, pre-takes, predictions, and more. Primarily AEW, New Japan Wrestling #1, a little bit of the WWE in between as well, and so much more. Stay tuned for AEW Spark, where I review Dark, preview this week's Dynamite, and discuss last week's Dynamite as well with fellow fans as fans like me. And of course, support independent wrestling. That's at the heart of this. That's why I do this. I am a wrestling fan for life. It is a part of my life. Simple as that. Please support all my friends. Support all my friends' forums. The Jeff Meacham Network, Greg Cherry Brand, The Cleaver, Colin Andrew. Support Independent Pro Wrestling. Support WrestleJoy. Support NoDQ. Support your wrestling outlets, but big and small, local and far. Let's keep growing this incredible, diverse, unique wrestling community together. Simple as that. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to this simple take, brief discussion, summary, results, and takeaways that I have for everything I saw in the Together Special. Please let me know your thoughts. I'd love to talk to you about New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Hit the bell button to know when the next video goes live here. Hit the subscribe button. Help me grow the channel. Help me reach out to more wrestling fans. I am forever humble and grateful to all that's been with me in this fun creator's journey, because that's what it's all about. It's about wrestling. Simple as that. With that being said, I am done here. I'm going to go now, relax, and say, hey, go ahead and critique my bracket if you want, and see what other people might say that I know. And also, I'm going to prepare for New Japan Cup tomorrow. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, you'll see a simple take on day 1 on the New Japan Cup, opening day 1, as well as AEW Spark, some point by the end of Tuesday night. So until the next video, I hope you all, as it is 1:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, June 15th, take care, enjoy life. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. Treasure your families and enjoy wrestling, especially NJPW. That's right there, pure joy for you if you're a fan of pro wrestling. And find what connects to you. There's something out there for everybody. And support one another. And I hope you all stay safe, take care, and have a wonderful day. Gokigenyo, sayonara.